Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your reading for the 4th until the 10th of July. We're just going to call in the Archangels, Ascendant Masters, Light Beings, any Spirit Guides, Higher Consciousness Collectives that would like to be part of this reading. And these are general readings, so please take what resonates and discard the rest. So right now, Aquarius, we are going to grab a card here for your, just a current energy or something you may be in. We have the Eight of Cups. So it's looking like you are perhaps, I guess, not completely fulfilled or satisfied with something, and you're moving towards something new. Now, this doesn't have to mean that this person is walking away from this person completely. It can mean that we're going elsewhere to do something and then we're coming back or whatever, okay, depending on what resonates for you. Okay, it can just mean that being the cups being that suit of water, so having to do with emotional fulfillment, happiness and peace. And I think where a lot of us are moving out of this old paradigm too, where it's kind of a case of, well, maybe we've been expecting someone else to fill all of our cups, and and in reality that's a big ask to, like, for anyone to fulfill that. So it's like, well, if we want more cups in life, or we want to perhaps refill some of these, we might need to do new things in life to spark our creativity and our inspiration, and to form some other types of relationships and connections as well. And it might even be a connection with spirit, okay? It might be a connection with your spirit guides. So let's have a look, Aquarius, here. We're going to just grab some crossing energy now from the Lemurian Star Child Oracle, because I'm finding these cards are nicely resonant at this time. Wow, I think we've had this before. Rising to Pleiadian frequencies, sacred bond, healing clears space for higher energies. That is awesome. It may even be in this situation here, Aquarius, that you may be this person here, and maybe, they could be sleeping, but if this is a person that is perhaps in need of healing, or perhaps they're going through a difficult phase in life and they are like, I just need some time out to just kind of heal, so that then I can participate more fully in my connections and my relationships. Maybe that's the theme. Or we did mention here about, spirit connections. Maybe you are sensing into some of these higher frequency galactic collectives, for example, the Pleiades or Pleiadians. And maybe you've been speaking about this with someone that you know, and there's been a little bit of a disconnect, or maybe there's a misunderstanding, or perhaps one person is kind of on board with that idea, the other person is just maybe either completely not on board or just is plagued with doubt about it. And I guess you can have the other extreme too, where perhaps someone is just really down on it and just is not even entertaining this idea at all, that it's even possible to have connections with our galactic neighbours. Okay, so sacred bond, healing clears space for higher energies. So it's looking here, Aquarius, that there's some healing that either you are going through, or perhaps someone close to you, and there's a sacred bond involved, whether you feel that's with this other person, or whether you feel that's with your spirit guides, or with the Pleiadians. If you feel very strongly resonant with them, it could be a sacred thing for you. And and I think maybe also you're feeling these higher energies that are coming through. So now we're going to grab a card for something that's happened recently. The Sun. Yeah, I think you've had a realization. I think this has been you connecting to Source, and indeed perhaps sensing into these Pleiadian frequencies or something similar. Okay, perhaps either from Arcturus or the Sirians. It may even be like an Ascendant Master type frequency. And we have Archangels as well helping us out. And and many other types of spirit guides. Maybe you're just really feeling into that, because this person here is looking very intently at this moon here, and there is always generally a moon and a sun energy actually on the Eight of Cups. So here we have the sun, here's the moon. So I think that you're moving towards something, or certainly your radar. There's something coming into your radar that is sparking your interest in terms of your higher consciousness, your spiritual self, your expanding consciousness, and also perhaps your higher self connection. Okay. And so now we have a card here that's representing some other energy that's coming forward. This is the Devil. The Devil card usually has an element of sort of being trapped or sort of in a way, but there is always an option for the person that is so-called trapped to release themselves. So it's more about, this energy can be an energy of, okay, feeling attached to something that perhaps you feel is not good for you, but you're having difficulty moving away from it. Okay, so this could be attachment to the third D. Right, so many of us are probably experiencing this, but it's pretty hard to let go of it completely, isn't it? But there are, slowly over time, we're going to be transitioning and transforming. But I think one of the places we can start is looking at the emotions that we have and the thoughts that we have, and really identifying which ones are low frequency and which ones are higher frequency for us. So it could be that if you feel trapped here in low vibe feelings, emotions, or low vibe thoughts, that it's about doing something that, or finding a skill or an ability or a strategy that you can use. But this is in the position of something perhaps in your past. So perhaps you have felt restricted for some reason, whether that's we'll just leave it at that. There's some energy there that's caused you to feel a little restricted for whatever reason, and you can probably be the best person to discern what that would be for you. Let's grab a card here now for what's likely to unfold. Yeah, okay, the Two of Swords. So there's something about a decision or a crossroads or something like that, because if you're sort of feeling into these frequencies now, it's like there is going to be a bit of a call for you to release some of the low vibe stuff. And Libra's reading we just had was all about, I think it was Libra or Gemini, was about, transitioning, releasing old identities and parts of old identities. So this is about you. I think it's to do with the mind, because we have the suit of the swords here. So it might be about, first of all, what's likely to unfold is that you're going to be kind of really examining the quality of your thoughts here. Or there may be a decision that you make to really make efforts in terms of transmuting like negative thoughts or into positive ones, or instead of perhaps being with low vibe negative people or in low vibe negative environments, that you're going to be moving. You might make a decision to move more into positive high vibe places and with high vibe people, because I think you're really feeling into this frequency here at the moment, Aquarius. And I think, along with the Pleiadian energies, and you definitely are wanting to sort of move towards that. I think you're being represented by the person here looking at the moon, that this could even be, a symbolic representation of yourself in your lower vibe emotions, okay? It doesn't have to be another person. This could just be yourself. And so you're emotionally and mentally, I think you are wanting to release yourself from those restrictive thoughts and feelings that you've had, so that you can make space for higher energies. And I think there's some healing that's coming along with that for you. Let's grab a card now, Aquarius, for your opportunity. Wow, King of Swords. So this is Air of Air. There's going to be an opportunity for you, Aquarius, to speak your truth, okay? To express what you need to express, to talk about your ideas. And it's interesting we have the Suit of Swords again, this being about you perhaps coming to a decision or an awareness about, what is, perhaps high vibe and low vibe thoughts, positive and negative thoughts, and about your power to choose. So I think you are going to have you're going to be experiencing an energy or an opportunity where you are going to feel more masterful. You're going to be able to, you might have an insight where you're going to be able to choose, you're going to realize that you can choose your thoughts. That, and this might be to do with you realizing, depending on what your environment is in, what your focus is upon, and what you're feeling in your heart as well, and how your body is generally. There's a whole lot of things that influence our thoughts, okay? But also things around us can influence our thoughts, okay? So I think this is about you, an opportunity to step into greater awareness and greater mastery with regard to the quality, the frequency, and the nature of your thoughts, okay? I'm just going to plug in a little comment here now on Aaron Doherty's, some of his latest YouTubes, which are all about thinking, and that it's a lot more beneficial for us and a more higher vibe for us to have less thoughts rather than more thoughts. So you can check out his YouTubes, okay? Aaron, that's Aaron Doherty, which I think is Dougherty, okay? Yeah, he's an awesome speaker, and he's got some really helpful tips on navigating ascension and stuff like that, okay? Let's grab a card now for, some inner wishes and desires for you, Aquarius. And yeah, I think you're really wanting to just lighten things up. This is Six of Cups, and also to have an emotional exchange. Here you are, perhaps, moving away from something that's low vibe, and I think you're wanting to move into some high vibe, happiness, bliss, this very much like this energy here. You're wanting things to just flow more easily, to be a bit more lighthearted, for there to be like a nice exchange of emotions. And yeah, that's really cool. Very harmonious. The sixes are a number of harmony. Okay, so I think you're looking for environments or people or activities that can bring you emotional harmony. Okay, Aquarius. Let's look at a reputation or an environment card. Here we are, the Chariot. This is about you moving forward. So in your environment, you have support around you at the moment, whether you are aware of it or not, because if you're sensing into these energies here, this could also be like spiritual support. It can be practical support, emotional, mental support, okay? And certainly if you're wanting to, break free here, which you can easily do technically, but, for whatever reason, sometimes it's hard for us to do this, okay, to free ourselves. So the Chariot here, in your environment, you have lots of support. This is a card of strength as well. And others actually view you as a quite a strong, capable person, Aquarius, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. Let's grab an energy now for perhaps a long-term goal. Five of Wands. This could also be in the position of something you're concerned about. So I really like this Five of Wands because it looks like they're all moving in the same direction, okay? Or they're all working on a project together. And I think we might take this to be the meaning of this card, because you're wanting to work collaboratively with people here more now, Aquarius. That's what's sort of coming through. And I think you're wanting to find your tribe, your team of people that you can all work together on basically shining the light. This is almost like a light worker card, isn't it? Like they're all shining their lights on, and the card of the Spirit, okay, suit of the Spirit, the Wands, spiritual direction, shining the lights in the darkness, okay, metaphorically. And yeah, transmuting low vibe into high vibe, okay. Let's grab a card now that's going to represent a course of energy, a course of action that you can take. Okay, yeah, and this is the course of action you can take is to hold your ground, okay? To not be afraid to be original, to be unique, to be yourself, and to, yes, if this is part of your old identity, it's about moving away from that, having the courage to look at new things, okay? And if you feel that you're sensing into these Pleiadian frequencies, trusting your intuition, okay? This could either be people here that are shining their light on you because they're curious, okay? So it might be that maybe you have some new information to provide, or if you feel that these people are kind of, there could be a mixture of things. There may be people here that don't want you there, and there may be some that are curious, okay? So if you feel like you are, you're going to be coming into some mastery here, Aquarius. So the best course of action is to stand your ground and sort of to be, courageous in your originality. And I'm just going to clarify that because we're going to just, we've got all the cards. We're just going to see. Because you are going through some healing and making space for higher frequency energies. And it could be that perhaps some of these people here are still doing some early transition work, whereas perhaps you might be transitioning a little earlier than some of the people around you, okay? So they're going to be a little bit like, what's going on? And, let's grab a card. We're just going to clarify that Seven of Wands. Thanks, Spirit. Seven of Wands. Two of Cups. Yeah, so what's going to happen here is that if you can hold your ground and be yourself, okay, this is actually you and your higher self standing together here. Because this light behind you is almost like this light. So it's like, you and your higher self coming into union. Okay, it's going to give you the strength to hold your ground here, okay? And I think that part of your higher self is that part of you that's intuiting and tapping into these frequencies, okay, sensing into them. And it's also, your higher self is also going to enable you to create this mastery. But you're going to have a nice blend of this positive, playful kind of energy as well, okay? This is a nice, adult and inner child blend. And here we have, of course, like that source connection. So almost like the higher self, which is also a card of confidence. So I think perhaps, recently you have just felt more confident and more inspired to trust your intuition, okay? And to trust that, yes, you are going through transitions here and that, you do have the strength here to move forward and the support. And you're looking for your tribe. And you will be able to hold your ground because you're going to have your higher self connection here as well. So that is looking awesome, Aquarius. Let's just grab another. I'm really enjoying these cards today. I'm just going to grab another Lemurian child thing here. Yeah. Okay. It says beyond cycles, but underneath here it's saying find and embrace yourself, new direction, releasing old patterns, which is just what we've had for someone else's reading as well. Releasing old patterns, making space for higher energies. It's definitely what you're doing here, and I think you might be releasing an old pattern here. I'm not saying this is a person that you know necessarily. Okay, this could be a part of you that you're releasing, and you're looking to other higher aspects of yourself as well now. Okay. Releasing, and yes, and what you're releasing, Aquarius, is this, okay? You're releasing that feeling of being limited, and the limiting thoughts and limiting feelings, okay? And that is awesome. Plus the dragon energy, so if you feel resonant with the dragons, you can definitely call on them for assistance at this time as well. And I'm just going to also quickly grab a Forest Fae deck because I'm really enjoying these cards at the moment today as well. And here we have the Spirit Familiar. I'll just read what it says underneath. Seek loving connections and cherish friendships. Yep, and I think, Aquarius, is definitely what you're looking for here, is some really supportive spiritual and fun connections, okay? And even this group here, I mean, they're going to be people that are curious, you know, they might be a little surprised or whatever, but maybe there's some potential, you know, friendships as well there. But you're also going to be, you know, befriending your higher self. Connections, and this is also about, you know, connecting as well. And we're just going to grab another one off the top here. Okay, the spell singer casts spells of wonder and delight. Yep. So, yeah. And I mean, these Pleiadian energies are really positive and really beautiful. And it could be that perhaps you're feeling into these Pleiadian energies. Okay, sacred bond, healing, clear space for higher energies. So they are some really positive cards for you, Aquarius. And yeah, you know, you're moving beyond cycles now. You're releasing old patterns and yeah, moving into high frequencies. So that's what I have for you today. Hope that's been helpful. Yeah, look forward to our next reading. In the meantime, have a great day and awesome week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.